This is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this very cute lacy, what looks like cupcakes to me. So I'm calling it the cupcake lacy stitch. And to do this stitch pattern, all you need is some yarn. It doesn't have to be worsted weight yarn, but I used worsted weight yarn, 4-ply for the US, 10-ply for Australia, but I bet this would look really good with size 2-ply yarn, and of course the correct yarn, the correct hook for that. But I used a 5mm hook, size H hook, with my worsted weight yarn. But this would look great with as a shawl or curtains or whatever you could think of. So the multiples of this stitch is 43 plus 3. And what that means is that you will chain in multiples of 43, 43, 43, 43 until your project has reached the width, the wideness that you want. And once it has, then do 3 more chains and you're ready to start. If you want to follow along with the graph pattern that I found of this, then the link will be in the description box below this video. Okay, so for the purposes of this tutorial, I chained 43 and then I added my plus 3. So I just did 46 chains. And make sure that you don't chain too tightly, that you chain loosely. If you have a difficult time chaining loosely, then go up 1 hook size just to make the chain. So if you used a size 5mm or size H, then use a 6mm or a size J just to make the chain. And then switch your hook over to the hook you want to use to create your project, and you're good to go. So for row 1, you want to double crochet in the 5th chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5th chain. So double crochet into the 5th chain. Then you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to skip 3 stitches. This is the one you just worked your double crochet in. So 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th stitch, you want to work a single crochet. Then chain 1 and work a single crochet in the next stitch. Then you want to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th stitch, do a single crochet. Chain 1 and do a single crochet in the next stitch. Then you want to repeat that 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by chaining 5. Again, skip 3 chains, and in the 4th chain, work a single crochet, chain 1, and in the next stitch, put a single crochet. Then you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th stitch, you want to work a double crochet. And you want to work a double crochet in the next 2 chains as well. And that's what it looks like so far. This right here, the chain that you, the ones that you skipped here will count as a stitch, and then this is your second double crochet. So at the beginning and end of this row, you should have 2 double crochets, and then you have your 3 sections here where you just do your single crochet, then your space, and then you have a set of 3 double crochets. Now you're going to repeat what you just did here. So you're going to chain 5 again, 3, 4, 5. Get a little closer here, and again you'll skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th you're going to do your single crochet, chain 1, and then the next stitch will be a single crochet. Then you'll repeat that again 2 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 more times you want to chain 5, skip 3, and in the 4th chain you'll do your single crochet, chain 1, and then put your next single crochet. And then you'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 3, in the 4th chain, you will put your single crochet, chain 1, and in the next stitch put your single crochet. And now we're getting to the end here. So you should have your 3 sets of your single crochet, chain 1, single crochets. And then now we're going to finish the row. If you are doing a longer piece, you'll be repeating the same thing. So right now, if you're going to continue, you would do your chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, you're going to do your chain 5 here. And then you would skip 3 stitches, and then again in the next stitch, the 4th stitch, you would put your double crochet. And then in the next 2 as well, put your double crochet. So you'd have 3 double crochets in a row, and then you would just keep going, repeating the row over and over again until you get to the end. And then after your last single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, you should have 5 chains left. So you'll skip 3 chains, and in the 4th and last stitch, you're going to put a double crochet to end your row. So that will be the repeat for row 1. And that's what it should look like. Should have 3 double crochets between your 3 sets of your single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, and then chain 5. So that will be row 1. And when you're done and ready for row 2, you'll want to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and turn. So your chain 3 will count as the first stitch of the row, so you're not going to put a stitch here in the first stitch. You're going to move over to your 2nd stitch and put a double crochet. And then you're going to work 2 double crochets here on this chain 5 space. So I'm going to just go under the chain 5 chain, and I'm going to work 2 double crochets in there. Then chain 5, and then you're going to move on over to your next chain 5 section here, and you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1 single crochet inside that chain 5 space. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Then again, chain 5, 3, 4, and 5. Move on over to your next chain 5 space, and again you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into that chain 5 space. Then chain 5 again, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to move over to your next chain 5 space, and you're going to work 2 double crochets in that. 1 and 2. Then you're going to work 1 double crochet in the top of each of your double crochets. 1, 2, and this is the 3rd. And then again you're going to work 2 double crochets in your chain 5 space. 1 and 2. Now you want to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to move over to the next chain 5 space, and you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet in that chain 5 space. And then again chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then work a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in that chain 5 space. So you continue this down the row. You'll have this very last spot here. That is the end of my row, but to continue the repeat, this last chain space here is going to be, it's going to be here. This spot here, right before you start all of your double crochets, is where we are right here. So if you're going to do the repeat, put your 2 double crochets worked here, and then work your double crochets into the 3 double crochets again, and then the next chain 5 space you're going to put your 2 double crochets, and then you'll chain 5 and continue on the repeat. And when you get to the end of your row, when you've come to your last space here in your 2 double crochets, you're going to chain 5, and you're going to work 2 double crochets in this chain 5 space. And then you're going to work 1 double crochet in the double crochet here, and then you'll work a double crochet in the top of your chain to end your row. And that is the end of row 2, and you can already see that this is starting to get bigger, just like you see here. Every row it will continue to get bigger until you get the top of the cupcake. So that is row 2. So for row 3, you want to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and turn. Again, the chain 3 will count as a stitch, so you want to go into the second stitch and put a double crochet. Then you're going to work a double crochet in the top of both your next double crochets. And then in the chain 5 space, we're going to work 2 more double crochets. We're still continuing to make it bigger. Then you'll chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then in the next chain 5 space here, you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, all worked in that same chain 5 space. And then again, you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to come over to this chain 5 space here, and you're going to work your 2 double crochets in there. 1 and 2. And now you're going to continue to put, people out there with their horns, you're going to continue to put 1 double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. So just double crochet across your 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we'll have another increase on this side of the bottom of the cupcake by putting your 2 double crochets worked into this chain 5 space beside the double crochets you just did. Then again, you want to chain 5, 3, 4, and 5, and then we're going to continue to repeat what we just did here, which is you work your 2 double crochets in the chain 5 space, then across your double crochets, and then 2 in the chain 5 space. And then you'll chain 5, and you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. You're only going to have 1 of those this time. And then you'll chain 5, and then in your next chain 5 space is going to be here where you'll work your next 2 double crochets in it, and then across the way, and then the double crochets again. Now, that's the repeat for the row, and you'll continue that until you get to your last chain 5 space here, and you'll again work 2 double crochets in this space as well, and then across each of your 3 double crochets in your chain space. So you'll have 4 double crochets here total. So 1 double crochet in each of your double crochets, and then 1 double crochet in the top of the chain 3, and that ends row 3, and that's what it should look like. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause it for a moment. I live by a school, so there's a lot of course, the bell for the school, And then all these people honking, trying to drop their kids off and get out of the school area. In front of the school is always so busy at this time. Okay, so we just finished row 3 and we're ready for row 4. So for row 4, you'll want to start by chaining 3 and turn. And again, you'll skip the very first stitch of the row because the chain 3 counts as that. And you're going to double crochet in the next 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there they go with the honking again. Let me get a little closer here. Okay, now that'll bring you up to your chain 5 space again, where you'll put your 2 double crochets. I know it seems really complicated right now, but it's really not. Once you get around your double crochets in your building, just remember you're always going to be increasing right next to it with your 2 double crochets, at least for several rows. Okay, so once you've got that done, you'll always chain 5, 3, 4, and 5, and then you're going to move over. Let me find my place here. Oh, with this row, you're just going to move way over here to this chain 5 space, and you're going to start putting your 2 double crochets into that chain 5 space. So you're going to skip over from this chain 5 to this chain 5, and you're going to put 2 double crochets here, 2 double crochets in that one, and then you're going to work your double crochets across, which for this row is 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you'll have 11 double crochets in a row, and I feel like I'm a bit too close here. Wow, it's kind of quiet out there now. Maybe people finally got out. One good thing is the construction is done on the building next door, so you shouldn't be hearing construction noises anymore. Okay, after the 11th double crochet, you're here now in your next chain 5 space where you're going to put 2 double crochets. Then again, the repeat is that you'll chain 5, and then you'll move again way over to your next chain 5 space where you'll put your 2 double crochets, and then working your 11 double crochets across, and then again 2 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. Then you'll chain 5, and you'll just repeat it all the way down the row until you get to your last little spot here, and you'll only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets in the chain space. So you'll have 6 double crochets total at this end part here. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the 6th will be worked in the top of the chain 3. Then let me back out just a second. That's what it looks like. I think that is the last row that you increase. Yeah, after row 4, you're going to be starting the top of the cupcake now. And then the ones here, starting with this chain 5, is where we're going to start this part here, doing the chain, doing 3 double crochets, and then we'll start branching out this way as this one goes to be like this. So row 5 is going to be the turning point. So let me check. Okay, so for row 5, we're going to be chaining 2 and then turn. Actually, for row 5, you need to chain 3. So go ahead and chain one more time. And again, skip this very first stitch. And I feel like I'm too far now. Skip the very first stitch, and then the second stitch of the row, you're going to put your single crochet. So this chain 3 is going to count as your first single crochet, your chain 1, and then your single crochet, just like you were doing here. There's single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So that's the first one of that for the row. Then you'll chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to skip over 2 stitches. I'm looking at the graph and the pattern at what I wrote, so give me a second and I will double check. Yes, skip 2 stitches, and then you will say 1, 2, and then you'll single crochet in the next, and then you'll chain 1, and then you'll single crochet in the next stitch as well. So then we want to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this here at the top is, like I said, we're going to start working our 3 double crochets in that 1 chain 5 space. And I'm fighting with my yarn. Give me a moment. So that was 1 double crochet, 2, and 3. 3 double crochets in that. Then chain 5 again. Then we're going to skip over, let me see here, 2 spaces. So these 2 double crochets that you worked here in this chain 5, we're going to skip both of those and go into the 3rd double crochet, and we're going to work our single crochet, chain 1, and then go into the next stitch to put a single crochet. Then we'll chain 5 again, 3, 4, and 5. Then again we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then the 3rd you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1, next stitch, single crochet, then chain 5 again. Again we're going to skip 2 stitches, yes, 2 stitches, 1, 2, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and after every single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, you will always be chaining 5. Now we're going to skip the rest of these 3 stitches here, and we're going to move right into our chain 5 space, and we're going to be putting our 3 double crochets worked on that chain 5 space. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So let me back up a second. Okay, so now we've reached our repeat again. We just did this, boom, and now you're going to chain 5 again, skip 2, and do your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Then you'll again chain 5, skip 2, and you're going to continue that repeat again all the way down your row. And when you reach the end of your row, let's see, where am I? Losing my place here. Okay, at the end of your row, you will again chain 5 after your 3 double crochets, and you're going to skip 2, and again in the 3rd you're going to start your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 5 again, 3, 4, and 5, and then to end the row you're going to be skipping these 2. You should have 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space. So you're going to skip 2 of the double crochets, put the single crochet into the last double crochet of the row, chain 1, and then you're going to work your last single crochet in the top of the chain 3. And that will end your row 5. And we back up again so you can see this is what it looks like after row 5. Starting to feel like my camera's a yo-yo. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so for row 6, we're going to be chaining 9 to begin this row. So I feel like I'm way too close. Okay, chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then turn. And then you'll want a single crochet in this first, let me just make sure. Yes, in this first chain 5 space, you're going to be working your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. All worked in this. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, worked in the chain 5 space. And as always, you're going to chain 5 right after. And then we're going to skip over to here. We're going to start expanding now. So we're going to be doing 2 double crochets worked in this chain 5 space, and then 1 double crochet worked in the next 3 double crochets, and then again 2 double crochets worked in the next chain 5 space. So let's do that. Putting 2 double crochets on our first chain of 5, then working 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets, then fighting with my yarn, and then put 2 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. So once you've got that done, you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that'll bring us up to our next chain 5 space, where we're going to start our single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. And then we'll chain 5. And then we'll repeat that again here. Do your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet worked in the next chain 5 space. And again, you're going to chain 5. And then we're supposed to have 2. So you had 3, 1, 2, 3 the previous row. And then now we're going to have 2 worked in those 2. And the next row, we're going to have 1, which will top off the cupcake. So once you got your 2, you chain 5. It'll bring you back to the repeat here, where you're going to start working your 2 double crochets in the chain 5 space, 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets, and then 2 double crochets in your next chain 5 space. So you'll repeat that for the whole row, and when you get to the end, so first let me do that, because we're going to have to do that either way. Working my 2 double crochets in the chain 5 space, then 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets, and then 2 double crochets worked in the next chain 5 space. And then when you got done with that, you always need a chain 5. And then to end the row, you'll work a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in this last chain 5 space of the row. And then it looks like we're going to need to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to be working a triple crochet in the second chain here. We chained 3 at the beginning, but find your second chain, 1 and 2. Count from the bottom, 1, 2, which leaves me with the one chain and the single crochet left. And I'm going to be working in that second chain a triple crochet. To do a triple crochet, you yarn over twice, go into the stitch, the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then you finished row 6. And this is what row 6, whoa, that's what row 6 looks like. So for row 7, you'll begin by chaining 2 and turning. Wait, let me make sure. No. You'll be chaining 3 and turning. Okay, and worked in, let me get a little closer again. Worked in the second chain. So remember you did a chain 3 and then you did the triple crochet. Find the middle chain here, and that's where you're going to be putting your stitch. You're going to be putting a single crochet into that middle chain. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this here, again, will count as your, wow, the sun really came out all of a sudden. This will count as your first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So then you chain 5, and now you're going to start working in your next chain 5 space, your increase of 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet worked in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets, and then you'll work your 2 double crochets in the next. So let's do that real quick. 2 double crochets in the chain 5 space, then working 1 double crochet in the next 7 double crochets. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I've reached my chain 5 space where I'm going to put my 2 double crochets. Then after all that, you'll be chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're only going to have this one spot where we're going to do the single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then we'll chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me back up a second. And then we'll start our repeat again. So you're basically finishing off the top of the cupcake. Chain 5, and then you'll do your double crochet across the 7, 2 double crochets in the chain 5 space on either side, and then across the 7. So go ahead and continue that. I'm going to come back when I get to my 2 double crochets done on that side. Okay, so once you do the repeat over and over again, and I got right to where I said I was going to be, afterwards you'll chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and then you have your beginning chain 9 here from before. You just want to work your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in this chain 5 space. So chain single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and that'll end your row 7. So let me back out and let me show you what it looks like. You can see you've just completed the top of your your cupcake. So now you can see you've pretty much got this one done. So now this will become the top, and we're going to start again with this one. Actually, we got one more row here where we go over this whole part with the chain 5 and then continue, which is what we're going to do now. This is a really simple row here. So for row 8, we're going to be chaining 9 right off the bat. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then turn, and we're going to work our 2 double crochets in here, then across, I believe it's 11 this row, and then 2 in the one after it. So I'm going to do that real quick. 2 in this chain 5, across, 2 in this chain 5. Okay, once you've finished with all your double crochets here, you'll be chaining 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then, like I said before, you're going to skip all the way over to this chain 5 space, and you're going to start your 2 double crochets worked in that chain 5 space. So like I said, a real simple row, because now you're here already at the repeat. You're going to be doing all the way across your double crochets, and then again adding 2 more in this next chain. So you're just going to continue that all the way down the row, and then when you get to the end of your row here in this last chain 5 space, I will show you how to end the row. Okay, I just got through putting my 2 double crochets in this last chain 5 space, and to end the row you're going to want to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and again we're going to work another triple crochet in the second chain. So again, you did a chain of 3 here, so you're going to find the second chain, 1, 2, this one right here, and you'll yarn over twice, go into that chain space, pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that will end row 8. And that is what it looks like so far. Okay, so row 9, which is the last row that you need, because then after row 9 you'll be row 9 is basically down here where you first started, but instead of working in a chain, I'm going to show you how you work it on a row, and then you'll have the exact same thing over and over again. So you can just back up the video to row 2. And you'll be repeating row 2 through row 9. So let me show you row 9. So for row 9, you're going to chain 3 and turn. And I'll get a little closer. So again, chain 3 counts as a stitch, so don't put it here in the first. You're going to be working your second double crochet in the center chain here. So you had a chain 3 that we did before we did the triple crochet. Find that center chain, and you'll be putting a double crochet in it. Then you'll chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll skip the first 2 double crochets, and in the third, you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1, next stitch, single crochet. Then chain 5, 3, 4, 5, again, skip 2, and in your third, you'll put your single crochet, chain 1, then your single crochet in the next stitch. Again, chain 5, skip 2, and then the third, you'll put your single crochet, chain 1, and then the next, you'll do your single crochet. Then chain 5 again, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to be skipping these last 3 stitches here, going right into our chain 5 space, where we'll be working our 3 double crochets, which is basically the tip of the cupcake. So this is basically the beginning of the next one. Then chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and then again you're going to skip 2, and then the third you're going to put your single crochet, chain 1, and then the next stitch your single crochet, which will bring you back up to this one, your first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then you'll repeat it 2 more times, and then it'll bring you back up to your chain 5, 3 double crochets, chain 5. So you're already at the repeat, so we're just going to repeat it all the way down our row. So we'll be chaining 5 again, skip 2, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, then chain 5, 3, 4, 5, skip 2, single crochet, chain 1, skip 2, then again always chain 5, then you'll skip the last 3 double crochets, and then again you'll work your 3 double crochets in the chain 5 space. But at the very end of the row, where I am now, where my chain 9 is, I'm only going to be putting 2 double crochets in this last stitch to end my row. But if you're continuing, you need to do your 3 and then continue. Let me back up. So this is what it looks like after row 9. And now you'll be going back to row 2, where on either side of the double crochet here, you'll be increasing and continue on like you did before. It's going to be just repeat, repeat, repeat. But it really comes out, I think, looking really beautiful. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please don't forget to like and share. And you can check me out on my social media, where the links are in the description box below. Come join the Facebook group, Crochet for the Masses. Share the pictures of the stuff that you have. Also, if you have a graph that you need help with, feel free to share a picture of it there and tag me, and I'll see what I can do. So that's it. Thank you so very much for watching.